Beneath the shimmering waters of Southeast Asia, where sunlight breaks into dancing fragments across coral reefs and shifting currents, lives one of the most remarkable communities of human beings. The Bajau, often called the sea nomads, the image of a Bajau diver, gracefully submerged beneath the surface while grappling with a large octopus, captures more than just a moment of survival or skill. It reflects centuries of coevolution between culture, environment, and biology, culminating in a lifestyle so deeply interwoven with the sea that their very bodies have adapted to the demands of free diving. The Bajau are not merely skilled divers. They are living examples of human adaptability, their bodies honed by generations of life at sea. Their journey deep into the ocean depths reveals not only the wonders of human endurance, but also the remarkable plasticity of our biology. For generations, the Bajau have carved their existence from the sea. Traditionally, they lived aboard houseboats, moving with the tides, currents, and seasons in pursuit of food. Their homes, floating on the ocean or perched on wooden stilts above shallow coastal waters, embody their deep-rooted identity as people of the sea. Fishing, spearfishing, and harvesting marine resources like sea cucumbers and shellfish form not just their means of sustenance, but also the basis of their cultural heritage. Among the Bajau, children learn to swim before they learn to walk, and adults spend more time in the water than on land. To the outside world, they appear almost amphibious, blurring the boundaries between human and ocean life. But what makes the Bajau truly extraordinary is not only their cultural practices, but also the biological adaptations that have enabled them to thrive in a marine environment. Scientists studying the Bajau have discovered that their spleens are significantly larger on average, about 50% larger than those of neighboring populations who live on land. The spleen plays a crucial role in storing oxygen-rich red blood cells. During a dive, the Bajau spleen contracts, releasing these cells into circulation and boosting their capacity to survive extended periods without breathing. The secret to this adaptation lies in a variation of the PDE10A gene, which influences thyroid hormone levels and, in turn, regulates spleen size. This means that Bajau divers are biologically predisposed to endure the physiological stress of long, deep dives, while most untrained humans begin to feel extreme discomfort and urgency to breathe after a minute or two underwater. Bajau divers have been recorded holding their breath for up to 13 minutes. This incredible feat allows them to reach depths of more than 70 meters over to 130 feet, where they can harvest fish, lobsters, and octopuses like the one seen in the photograph. Such an adaptation underscores the extraordinary plasticity of the human body and mind in response to environmental pressures. Just as Tibetans have evolved to thrive at high altitudes with low oxygen, and Arctic populations have adapted to extreme cold, the Bajau exemplify how human evolution can be sculpted by the sea itself. Their very blood carries the story of countless generations who depended on the ability to stay beneath the waves for survival. For the Bajau, diving is not a recreational sport, nor is it a profession in the modern sense. It is a way of life passed down through centuries. Bajau divers often plunge into the sea with little more than handmade wooden goggles, crafted from carved wood and glass lenses, and sometimes simple spearguns or harpoons fashioned from local materials. They dive barefoot, relying on experience and bodily instinct rather than advanced equipment. Each dive is a testament to resilience, precision, and knowledge of the marine environment. The act of hunting octopuses, as seen in the image, requires extraordinary patience and agility. Octopuses are masters of camouflage, capable of disappearing into coral crevices and changing colors in an instant. A Bajau diver must hold their breath, remain calm, and navigate the underwater terrain while avoiding startling the prey. With swift movements, they wrestle the octopus free, often bringing it up to the surface in a display of triumph that feeds not just their families, but also a cultural legacy of mastery over the sea. Children begin training for this life early. From the time they are small, Bajau youngsters are encouraged to dive into the shallow waters, retrieving shells and small fish. Over time, they build lung capacity, learn to control their heart rates, and practice staying calm in low oxygen situations. By the time they reach adulthood, their bodies are finely tuned instruments, capable of surviving pressures and oxygen deprivation that would incapacitate most people. The Bajau's abilities are closely tied to what scientists call the mammalian dive response, a reflex present in all mammals. When submerged, the body automatically slows the heart rate, constricts peripheral blood vessels, and prioritizes oxygen delivery to essential organs like the brain and heart. The spleen's contraction further enriches the blood with oxygenated red cells, prolonging the time a diver can stay underwater. In most humans, this response provides only a brief extension of time underwater. But in the Bajau, the combination of genetic adaptation, cultural training, and lifelong practice amplifies this response to an extraordinary degree. Their enlarged spleens act as natural oxygen reservoirs, while years of training fine-tune their tolerance to high carbon dioxide levels and the urge to breathe. Each dive is not merely a physical challenge, but also a mental one, requiring calmness under pressure and a practiced suppression of panic. But the Bajau's story is not just about physiology. It is also a narrative of culture and survival. Their deep-rooted knowledge of marine ecosystems ensures that they harvest resources sustainably, maintaining the health of the very environment that sustains them. Generations of oral traditions have ensured the transmission of this knowledge, allowing the Bajau to thrive in harmony with the ocean. Each dive is a testament to this intimate bond with the sea, and yet this harmonious existence is increasingly under threat. Overfishing, driven by global demand for seafood, has depleted the very resources the Bajau depend on for survival. Coral reef degradation, often caused by pollution and climate change, diminishes their ability to dive and hunt. These environmental shifts force the Bajau to adapt yet again, altering their traditional practices or migrating to new regions in search of the underwater bounty. Furthermore, the Bajau's nomadic lifestyle has often left them marginalized politically, lacking stable citizenship in many of the nations whose waters they inhabit. Nations such as Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines. This lack of legal recognition denies them access to education, healthcare, and most importantly, the right to sustainably manage the marine resources they have relied on for millennia. In the face of these challenges, the Bajau exhibit remarkable resilience. They are not passive victims of circumstance. Rather, they are active agents trying to preserve their way of life. Many Bajau are working to establish community-based marine protected areas, taking a stand against overfishing and habitat destruction. They are also advocating for their rights as indigenous peoples, seeking recognition of their cultural heritage and their sustainable practices. The Bajau's story resonates far beyond their immediate circumstances. Their struggle to protect their traditional lands and waters mirrors the broader global fight for environmental justice and the rights of indigenous communities. They are a powerful reminder that those who live closest to the land and sea often possess the most valuable knowledge about their ecosystems. Their plight also highlights the consequences of a changing world. Climate change and global markets disrupt not only the Bajau's way of life, but the intricate balance of the ocean ecosystems they have thrived within for generations. The Bajau's story is thus a cautionary tale, urging us to recognize the interconnectedness of our actions and their impact on the most vulnerable communities. As we witness the Bajau's struggles, we are challenged to reflect on our own relationship with the natural world. Their intimate bond with the sea, their deep understanding of marine ecosystems, and their sustainable practices stand in stark contrast to the often extractive and exploitative relationship that much of humanity has with the environment. The image of the Bajau diver wrestling with an octopus encapsulates this relationship in a profound way. The octopus, a creature of intelligence and adaptability, is a testament to the wonders of the natural world. Yet its very existence, like that of the coral reefs and the fish the Bajau depend on, is threatened by the global crisis of overfishing and habitat destruction. The diver, in turn, embodies both the fragility and the strength of humanity. Their very survival hinges on the health of the ocean, yet they demonstrate extraordinary adaptability and resilience in the face of adversity. As we observe the Bajau's graceful yet determined dance with the sea, we are reminded of what we stand to lose if we fail to protect not only the natural world, but the cultural diversity that enriches our planet. Their story is an urgent call to action, urging us to reevaluate our relationship with the environment and to recognize the invaluable knowledge and wisdom that indigenous cultures bring to our collective understanding of the world. Perhaps in the end, the Bajau teach us that true mastery lies not in dominating the natural world, but in learning to live with it in harmony. Their legacy is a testament to the adaptability, resilience, and wisdom of those who have forged their lives in the heart of the ocean, and it is a legacy worth preserving not just for their sake, but for the sake of all humanity.